All right, you guys, welcome back to another episode of the 904 Fishing Podcast, coming to you from the vibrant shores of Jacksonville, Florida. I am Alex, your host, with my co-host Nick.
Going on, everybody? How's it going this week?
Pretty good overall, I think. We're going to dive into a special episode today. We're going to be talking about something a little new. It's not entirely fishing related, but in my opinion, we're going to wrap it into it being fishing related, and it's going to be stealth camping.
Oh yeah,
We're going to be going all, Nick and I had a fishless day on the water this past Sunday, but we'll get into that. But yeah, we're going to go over what stealth
yeah.
camping is,
Unfortunate.
how you can do it, some tips and tricks for you, and some cool YouTube channels you guys can check out. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Go over our Sunday. Hey, Nick?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
So Nick and I went out last Sunday, or this past Sunday, I should say, and we went out Sisters Creek, and everything was perfect. The wind was great, the temperature was great. It was sunny out. It was nice. It was an amazing day out on the water. I mean, just absolutely gorgeous day out on the water, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, pretty much just like pinnacle day for fishing. I mean, there was like no wind. The water was glassy. It was damn near a mirror. Um, and it was sunny. It was a little chilly in the morning, and I eventually had to reduce a couple layers. But
Oh yeah.
man, it was just so nice, and then it was so nice and just perfect warm in the sun, but not too warm. And honestly, a reptile's dream. But yeah, it was cool though. We found a nice, cool little special island. I was like, Alex, how about since we're not catching anything, I want to go stand on the shore.
Basically,
So
yeah.
I was like, this island just looks cool anyway. If we can't catch anything, let me at least get like a little adventure, you know?
And
So,
that's what we did, and we got really nice into it. We ended up going out. Like I said, we were at Sisters Creek, and we ended up beaching on one of the islands on the intercoastal there. And we had seen it before because we've been out there a couple times, and we had seen it. We just never been there, so we weren't catching
yeah, we just
anything.
weren't going that spot.
We yeah, we weren't catching anything. We weren't having any luck. So we're just like, we're gonna go check out this island, and we went and checked it out. And we're like, oh, it looks kind of marshy, like nothing really walk on. And we walked down the shore for a little while there, and we ended up
Hmm.
turning a corner and got to a really nice part of the island actually that was extremely saucy. You guys are gonna have to check that out in the video this
Oh
week.
yeah, dude. It's so nice. Like it just has so much potential and it's like nice and hidden.
Oh yeah.
It's shouldn't be an issue camping on it. I mean,
Oh yeah. No, it's definitely gonna be a good time.
it's named, but like there's this is not like a campsite.
Yeah.
Can be. This is literally just straight up an island, like a little small island that really the only worries of that are going to be like rattlesnakes and like spiders, bugs, stuff like that, but shouldn't be too crazy. I'm not really concerned about any other kind of like dangerous wildlife
Yeah.
because yeah, hogs can swim and they'll cross water, but there's also in that area there's not gonna be like a lot of hogs or nothing like that. So I doubt that there's any mountain. It doesn't matter if there is anyway.
Yeah,
Um,
and you know, and,
we'll be
and
able to handle it if there is, but shouldn't be.
yeah, no, it's gonna be nice and easy. Overall, we were looking at it, and like I said, you guys are gonna have to check out the video coming out Thursday. I did post a short. I don't know if you guys saw that, but I posted a short clip on YouTube, and it kind of showed the layout and whatnot. But I'm probably gonna do a tent, or not a tent, a hammock for whenever we do the stealth camping video. But
About to say you changed your mind.
no, I'm doing a hammock. I think it'd be easier to hang it from the trees, and I'd have my little bug screen and whatnot. But Nick, go over just a general idea of stealth camping. What would you describe it as?
So stealth camping is the act of camping that is within view. Can be seen by other people. Just some small little spot could be a decent little spot, but something to where it's you're doing your best just to not be seen and just that be your whole campsite. But yeah, I'd say just camping in an area that's not a campsite and you're making it your own with very minimal stuff, just to where you what you go in with is what you come out with. Actually, probably if not more, because we will bring trash bags and pick up any trash that we see, and we did find a lot on the island. So
Yeah, there was quite a
probably
bit
a
of
lot
trash.
from like storm surge and hurricanes and stuff. It's just washed it up there. So I'm sure that's where it's from, along with people getting up there too, because it revolves around being the same stuff, like bottles and stuff like that.
Oh yeah,
Like three
yeah,
light bulbs for some reason.
yeah. There was quite a bit of light bulbs. Didn't know what was going on there.
Must have been an electrician hiding out over there or something.
But oh god. But yeah, so stealth camping is basically just camping out um, in places you wouldn't typically camp or stay at or something like that. You've
Yeah.
seen a lot of people do videos. I'm sure if you guys have looked up the subject at all on YouTube or whatnot, I'm sure you guys have seen stealth camping, rest area, rest stops, rest areas,
Yep.
gas station parking lots like Buc-ee's and stuff like that. Those are pretty popular. Walmart. So it's the idea of staying overnight in a location where you typically wouldn't, without causing a disturbance or disruption to the environment around you.
Yeah, you're literally just vibing. Like
Yep,
that's
just hanging
that's
out.
it. Just having a good time. And I mean, that's the thing, dude. There's like, proper camping trips are fun, but this one adds like a little extra flair to it. And because it's, we went and found this spot. Obviously, it's a known spot, I'm sure. We're definitely not the people that have discovered it. So,
Yeah, yeah, absolutely not.
I think it'll be fun to go and actually, camp out on there. I mean, and you know, cook some something that we catch.
Yeah,
Should be
yeah.
able to. I mean, we're gonna, not should be. We're gonna. I don't know what happened last week, but we will figure it out. So, but that's sometimes it can be perfect out there and all the conditions line up and the tides and everything and you got good bait, but sometimes it's not it for reasons unknown. We probably could have got out there a little bit earlier, but it is what it is. So we got more time. Might be rainy this weekend. That kind of sucks, but
We're gonna push through it, I think.
yeah, I mean we could do it in the rain. It shouldn't be anything too crazy.
Exactly. And we were talking about it, and we were looking at the island and kind of exploring a little bit. And Nick's gonna be brave enough for when we do stealth camp on the island. We're just gonna do one, quick overnight trip. Nothing super crazy. But yeah, Nick was talking about bringing a tent, a little single person tent, and
Yeah, like little
that's
low profile single person.
that's
tents
insane to me, honestly. I couldn't. I
Why?
personally, I don't know. You're on the ground. We're on an island. What if the tide gets real high? You're floating away in the middle of the night. I'm
Bro,
dead
you think
asleep in my kayak or in my hammock, just minding my business.
water's not going to get that high as long as there's not a nor'easter coming through. But see, like that's why we go scout it out.
Yeah,
And
definitely.
maybe we could see what it's doing at high tide. You know?
Absolutely. And that's our plan for this upcoming week is we're going to try to get out there and do a little catch and cook on the island. Kind of, be there through the tide changes and see what it looks like, see how it interacts. And I'm going to take my hammock out there and do a little trial run and see, how it works. One, to give me a place to, perch up and, lay down, have a nice spot to hang
You a
out. And we're
bird?
going to, bird of freedom, tell you that much right now.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, we're gonna check it out, and then yeah, once we get it more scoped out and get a plan hammered out, we're gonna do a little bit of stealth camping out there, and I definitely want to do some more bushcraft style videos and stealth camping style videos out on the intercoastal waterways and also on the channel itself. Maybe not necessarily on the intercoastal waterways, but just going out. I know our buddy Dallas, who unfortunately couldn't make it out this past week. But, we got some plans coming up with him, and he's mentioned, he's got land and stuff, so maybe we go out there and we do, an overnight camping trip out there on his land, you know? That'd be pretty freaking fun, I think,
Yeah, it'd be
try
pretty
to
neat. I mean,
try to
dude,
expand a
we're
little
both
bit.
Boy Scouts. We're both Boy Scouts, so
Yep.
it only really makes sense. I mean, this has been a calling, I think.
Oh,
So,
yeah, started a long time ago.
yeah, I mean, I've been wanting to do something with getting some friends together and do like man scouts or something, or dude scouts. The boys.
Right,
that'd be
right.
weird. You can't name it anything else, otherwise it'll be weird. Besides like man scouts, but
We're just
yeah,
men
just
sleeping
something
together.
to do.
No, wait, we're just We're just going off without women. No, wait, dang it.
The sausage party. I mean, we're cooking sausage with peppers.
But yeah, no, we were talking about that. You know, we got a nice little grill grate we're gonna put out there, and we're gonna get some. I think we're gonna do some kebabs, some onions, bell peppers, stuff like that, and then we're gonna hopefully catch some onion. And we're gonna catch some fish and cook it up.
Hello, Kembro.
And Nick and I were talking earlier today about what we wanted to bring out there and what we wanted to do. And I didn't want to. I don't want to take a bunch of stuff out there, like cooking wise. Yeah, so I literally like. Yeah, I genuinely like. I think we just cook the fish on the half shell. Just fillet it and then skin side down, cook it until it's all the way through over the fire, and eat it right off the skin.
I mean, we can do that too, or all it takes is just like a little skillet, just one. Yeah, everything else can be cooked in it. It'd make it easier. I think bring it and we'll try to not use it, and then.
Right. Well, and if we a little
bit easier.
If we need it, we have it.
Because think about it, for the little catch and cook ordeal this upcoming time, we're not gonna have to worry about all the rest of the other gear, so we can just test run. I mean, we could even try to do something cool with all those oysters around there. We could even make like a grill.
I was thinking about that, making like some kind of like fire pit or something where the oyster shells kind of reflect the heat, kind of deal, like an oven almost. Like I don't know.
It's gonna be grand.
The options are limitless.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time though. But yeah, we're just gonna keep it minimalist for logistic purposes.
Yeah, especially the first time heading out. We don't want to do anything super crazy. Yeah, but maybe we do a little more next time.
Yeah, ooh. But I do want to mention. I looked back at the camera the same time you did, except I don't have a camera on my side. So, anyway, but while Alex is going to be in the hammock, right? That's exposed. He's not going to be able to not look through like the woods and around. And then
I will.
He's gonna. Well, no, I'm saying you're not going to have it blocking like your view, where I can be in the tent, I'm hiding, nothing knows I'm in there. So whenever I'm scared, I can I don't just have to, I'm hidden versus you're just kind of out in the air.
What in the absolute, the monsters can't see me under the covers kind of shenanigans is this?
Exactly. No,
this man said if I can't see them, they can't see me. That's not 100%. How this works.
It is though.
No,
they don't know when I'm in anything. They don't know if anybody's in there. Okay. They see a human shape in a sack on the tree yet.
Oh, okay.
No, it'll be all right though. It'll be fine. Getting off the ground is obviously a pretty good idea because that keeps you away from bugs. You just got to worry about
my big thing is
tree
snakes.
Bugs.
My big thing is snakes.
I don't like spiders more than snakes.
I'm more concerned about the snakes than I am the spiders. Spiders will leave you alone.
The spiders.
No, dude. See, but here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. With the hammock that I have, it's got a bug fly over the top. It zips up. It's completely contained. I don't have to worry about anything.
I'm not denying it.
It's just it's a hanging tent. That's all it is. I don't got to worry about it. Where's my storage? Yeah, sure. It's in the kayak.
Guess so. Yeah, I think it should be fine though. I definitely think that. We shouldn't have to worry about bears. I was gonna say our leftovers and stuff, or anything we don't eat. We gotta throw in the water.
No. There's definitely no. That's definitely not anything I'm concerned about.
Yeah, I think really the only thing we have to worry about is snakes, spiders, ticks, gnats, mosquitoes.
Just normal Florida wildlife.
Yeah, snakes and bugs. That's a given. But then also sharks. By technicality,
Not me. Not me. I'll be in the air.
Oh, okay.
Nick said okay.
Well, I hope there's not going to be dude, I'm not going if there's going to be king tides.
No. Oh, God, no. Oh, no, absolutely not. No, if there's any inclination of a high tide, it's not worth it. One, Nick's on the ground, so we don't want him floating away. Two, we don't want our kayaks floating away. I mean, they're going to be tied down regardless. I'm going
to tie mine to a tree.
Yeah, I mean, they're going to be tied down regardless. But, yeah, that's definitely nothing, you want to be surprised with. You definitely want to try to Plan for everything. Oh, excuse me. Yeah. God. Trying to fix my sleep schedule. My sleep schedule has been whack the past week and a half, so I'm trying to get on top of that. So I haven't been napping throughout the day, which I think was my problem because I've been like, dude, I've been going to bed and I wake up in like 3 hours, which is like a REM cycle. So like I'll wake up in like 3 hours. I'll be up for a little while, go back to bed, wake up in 3 hours, go back to bed, wake up in 3 hours, like because I got used to taking naps every day. So my body was like, "Oh, you can just stay up all night and be fine." It started last weekend after I stayed up super late like all last weekend. Not when we went fishing the weekend before, I guess technically. But yeah, I stayed up till like 4 or 5 a.m. Saturday night, and then I stayed up till like 4 or 5 a.m. Sunday night. And then ever since then, my sleep schedule has been completely screwed.
Yeah, I don't usually take naps during the day. Sometimes they take me, but
fair, fair.
Dude, one took me real bad on. It was Sunday afternoon actually, evening. It was. I last looked outside and saw the light, and it was 5 o'clock.
Those post fishing naps though are just
they do slap.
They just hit like no other.
Like a train. So from a sitting position, I just kind of like turned over to my left into the laundry pile. It was fresh, warm laundry.
Oh, he was done. That was it.
I just KO'd, and then I woke up and saw in just like a second. And I woke up, and it was dark, and it was like 6:04. I was like, oh, no.
Oh,
no. I still got to go drop the kayak off and all that. I was like, no. So, yeah.
Tragic.
It was nice, though. But, yeah, I mean, my sleep schedule was pretty bad last week during that training. I was just staying up too late, not getting enough sleep, and being like, all right, dude, tired of being tired in the morning. I'm going to go to bed at an early time.
What's my problem now is I get up so early now, like, because I'm up and at 'em at like 6:30 now, because I'll wake up every 3 or so hours, so I'll wake up anywhere between 6 and 6:30, and then I'm just kind of up, and I'm fine. But then like once 2 or 3 hits, which is when I normally nap, I get I get real tired, and I'm like, dang it, man, like I don't want to nap because I'm trying to fix this. But now we're coming up, now on 7:20, and my body's like sleep, and I don't want to sleep for another like 2 hours or so because I'm trying to fix this dang sleep schedule.
I say stay up and play Warzone.
Oh,
it's
Lord.
the only fix.
This man says stay up and play Warzone. No, I actually have laundry and stuff I need to do. I'm putting this off. I also need to clean the kayak. I need to get the kayak off the car, clean it because it's dirty, it's muddy, and get ready for this weekend.
It's a usable tool.
Yeah, use it or lose it. I'm actually looking at cooking utensils, like cooking kits on Amazon right now.
Yeah, I mean they got some decent little ones at Walmart and Academy for pretty cheap.
Yeah, that's what I was looking at.
But a good place to get that stuff is the surplus stores.
Oh, is it?
Got some good ones. Oh yeah. That made me break the rules. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I've never. I think I had one I ordered off of like Wish back in the day. That I never. That's not true. I did use it in one video. It's actually my most viewed video ever.
Dude, there's a surplus store right down the road from you.
Is there?
On San Juan, right there.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, no, that one's fire, dude. I got some socks from there. I've been wanting to get some other stuff from there, but yeah, I got like a rattlesnake venom, like a venom bite kit or whatever. Bunch of stuff, bunch of good kit things for camping and survival stuff. Yeah, they got a bunch of stuff in there, and it's pretty fair price too. We'll have to meet up there at some point. It's a nice place. It's kind of a small place, but it's a gym. We'd have to get Joseph to meet us up there or something.
Yeah, dude, that'd be awesome. I didn't know there was one so close to me. I know there's that one down on Blanding, like kind of near Middleburg.
That one's not even there anymore, dude.
Really?
They sold that, and it turned into like a damn vape store or something stupid.
Oh, what? That's the only one I knew about.
I remember going in there because I was looking for some like military style steel toe lace up boots. But I think most of them that everybody had was normal toe. I was like, damn, no, dude, I need steel toes, man. I'm trying to use these for work. They're sick. But yeah,
Alas.
yeah, that's a good one right over there. I like that one. I haven't been in a while. I need to go back.
Yeah, I've been wanting to do a lot more. Nick and I have been talking about this quite a bit, and I mentioned this in the video. I mentioned more in the video Thursday, more information about it. But Nick and I have a special event, video, whatever you want to call it, coming out in March. We're going to be doing. It's a 3-part series. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be action packed.
Indubitably.
I'm really looking forward to it. I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
Yeah, I am too. That's gonna be a very nice one. I think I know what you're talking about.
Oh yeah, I mean it's going to be basically
I think I know
24.
what you're talking about.
Yeah. It's basically going to be 24 hours of recording, fishing, content, just nonstop the whole time. It's going to be an absolute blast.
Yeah, now that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be a silly goose time, might I say. And that's gonna, dude. I'm hyped for that. I can't spoil it though.
I know. I want to talk about it too. It's going to be a lot of fun. There's going to be multiple different kinds of fishing going on there. There's going to be multiple. There's going to be cooking. There's going to be catching. There's going to be cleaning. There's going to be talking. There's going to be. There's so much. There's so much that I could tell you guys, but definitely things. We've been saying for a while, like, oh, things are happening, things are changing. We're doing other stuff, but like we're changing, we're doing other things, and especially like we're saying with this upcoming Sunday when we go out and do the beach thing, the island catch and cook kind of deal. That's kind of what I want to do because like I said, my most watched video on my channel, if you guys look it up, it's a crappie catch and cook that I did.
That one.
Yeah, it's the one out at the hidden pond, and I just went out there and caught a fish, and made it. Cooked it up on my little. It was literally Wish. I got like a little stove from Wish, one of those little camp stoves.
I think even way back then.
Yeah, even way back then.
Wish was around then.
I actually have the little stove right here.
Oh, he has it right there. Wow.
And I still have it. I haven't used it obviously in an extraordinarily long amount of time, but it's just.
So when you did that, whenever you were cooking them right there, were you on that little island where there's like the 3 little trees?
Yep.
And there was a piece of wood like nailed to the tree, like a ladder.
Yeah, the one you put there.
Yep, I did do that.
But yeah, a little.
Yeah, that's a cool spot. I miss that spot. I wonder how overgrown it is right now.
Ooh, it's bad.
Is it?
Yeah, it's a little camp stove, goes right on top of a butane canister there. And yeah, I took it out there and
super handy.
It was a good time. It was a lot of fun, and that video. Not only is it my most popular video, it's my most popular video by far, like by 10,000 views. It's not even close.
Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah, like my next closest video, that one has 30,000 views. My next closest video has 20,000 views.
Oh, solid.
So yeah,
I was just looking. I see. Look, you got 4.82 thousand subscribers. Nice.
We're getting there. A lot. We're getting there. We're gonna hit 5K before we know it.
Yeah, there should be a little special for that if everybody can help us hit 5,000 subscribers.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, and if you guys are just tuning in or if you guys are just seeing this, definitely hit that subscribe button. We go live. We do a podcast every week covering multiple different topics. And as this episode is, evident, we're not just doing fishing topics. We're also expanding out into the camping realm and, bushcraft, stealth camping, stuff like that. So it's going to be a lot of fun, I think. It's going to be, what are you eating?
Yeah, and plus, I mean, with delving into a little bit more stealth camping and, survival stuff like that, I think that'll help a lot. That'll bridge the gap. And I mean, we know
it's other content. It's new content too.
And like we watch YouTube, we watch people do this, so we know what's interesting. And we're not copying people, but we're doing similar things and
taking inspiration is what I like to say.
Inspiration without trying to make it look exactly like the one that we saw or something, but just taking pieces. It's like what Micah Mayfield does.
Yeah, exactly. And it's one of those deals. One of the channels that I absolutely love watching, and I know Nick likes watching them too. But it's actually Steve Wallace is the gentleman.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely amazing guy, amazing videos, very wholesome,
Great
very
guy.
yeah, great guy. Genuinely, I think one of the best people that I've seen on YouTube as far as content creation, wholesome personality, content. Like he's just a great guy. Like you just watch his videos and you're just like
Yeah, every
content.
time I'm sitting there watching, I'm like, I'm relaxed, I'm comfortable, I am just
You're just
chilling. I don't know
vibing.
how many times I've fallen asleep watching them just because it's such a good time. But it's the perfect sit down to eat dinner while
Yep.
watching his
Yep.
videos,
Absolutely.
kind of videos.
Just
Before bed, you know,
when I actually
bathroom, everything.
when I've been waking up in the middle of the night and I when I can't go back to sleep,
Oh,
they
Steve will coax you back to
oh
sleep.
that dude his videos are so relaxing and the genuinely
Mm-hmm.
his videos and there's another gentleman I watch out of England I believe it's called Kent Survival. Um,
Well, solid.
Yeah, it's a great they've both got a ton of subscribers. They're super nice. They're super awesome, and both of them just their editing styles, the way they shoot scenes, the way they show things, the way they do their videos, and they go camping and all kinds of stuff. It's awesome. I love doing it. Now I've taken inspiration from it, and that's kind of what I want to emulate. And like Nick was saying, like we're not going to copy it, but it's the style of video and it's the style of editing and the style of shooting and whatnot and making content that I really enjoy and that I want to do myself and I think would be really cool to not only go out and experience for myself, but also be able to show my friends and family on the channel that I'm
Oh
going out
yeah.
and doing these things.
You know what we could do, and I'd be down to do if you could just show me a little fast track course or something. It'd be nice to, for me, also have a camera like a GoPro or something. I mean, I have my camera and that could work. Just really, I don't want it to get like ruined or anything.
Right, right.
But something along the lines like that, just so that way I can have footage from my point of view too, and I could edit that, and then um, you add them in together, or we both do, or something. I'm sure that we can make something work. I think that'd be pretty
Oh
neat.
yeah, definitely. Nick, and I've definitely thought about like having not only me making content for the channel, but also like if you go out and do stuff by yourself, like I can edit the footage, you can edit the footage, whatever, we can upload it, like
Hmm.
or like if you want to start your own channel, obviously you put it on there, whatever you want to do. But yeah, I've definitely thought about giving like my brother a GoPro for the weekend and like, hey, go record stuff, and then he brings it back and I edit it and throw it up on the channel, and because that's
Yeah.
ultimately the reason I started YouTube. Going on 8 years ago now, I believe. The reason I originally started YouTube, let's see, when was my first video? Yeah, so my first video was in 2016. So eight
Yeah, I
eight
was about to
years
say
ago.
like 2016.
8 years ago, which is insane. The whole reason I started the channel and the whole reason I started making videos was one, I love making videos, the act of going out and recording and then editing and doing all that, making a product that I can then put online for people to see is awesome.
Hmm.
But I also, it was a way for me because I have family all over the country. I have family in Texas, Tennessee, Georgia, Wisconsin, Nebraska, South Dakota. Like,
Wisconsin.
I have family all over the country, and unfortunately, I don't get to see them as much as I'd like to. But one of the ways
Yeah.
that they can kind of be a part of my life and see what I'm doing is these videos that I put out, and they can see what I'm doing and how I'm doing it and stuff like that. So that was ultimately the original goal of the channel was to give me a creative outlet and to help my family and friends see what I'm doing out on my day to day.
That was moving, and it's true though. I mean, yeah, that's like why I take so many pictures and videos and stuff. That way I can watch it whenever I miss it, or just want to relive it a little bit. And that's the good thing about it. And we're in such a good place geographically,
Oh yeah.
where we can do a lot of cool stuff, and get some pretty serious, nice content. Um, yeah, I just I've been slacking with it. I want to get into it so bad. I need to I need to get fixated on it, and then I'll be able to make it happen. Because like I want to be able to edit stuff and put
Yeah,
like a little twist to it and how I envision how how it could be and
yeah.
all that.
You want to put your own creative, twang to it. Yeah, no, I totally get it.
Exactly. Yeah. Good way of putting it. Yeah. I mean, yeah. I just got to do it. I'm
And
gonna
that's
see about.
genuinely, it's one of the things that when I started my channel, um, 8 years ago, when I originally started it, and this goes out to anybody that wants to start their own channel as well. When I originally started my channel, I started it, and the only thing that I had was I had a GoPro Hero 3 was my first camera. GoPro Hero 3. It wasn't even the black edition, which is like the high end edition. It was the silver, which is just the entry level. It was a GoPro Hero 3 silver that I bought off of Facebook. And
Yep.
and I just started recording, and the reason I started recording was because I saw somebody else doing the similar thing, and he was just like, "Hey, like you can sit here and wait all day long for I'm going to start recording when I get this camera, or I'm going to start recording when I do this, or I'm going to start recording when I have this, or I'm going to start recording when I do this."
Yeah.
If you keep waiting for that to happen, it's never going to happen. You're just going to keep
Yeah. That's
waiting.
a good point.
And that's genuinely, Nick, that's why I jumped into it. Like the whole podcast thing. Like we do the podcast every week, like
Yep. I like
and
the
you guys,
podcast.
yeah, we have a great time doing it. I love doing it. I go back and listen to the episodes. I think it's
Oh
awesome.
yeah. I'll be working and listen to it and all that.
Exactly. And it's one of those things like, oh, well, I'm going to start a podcast when I have a great, quality microphone, or I'm going to start a podcast when I have, XYZ or whatever. Like, I'm literally in my bedroom. I got a green screen off Amazon that I thought was kind of cool. But, it's one of those things like now here I am 8 years later. I've got, my nice Sony vlogging camera. I've got the wireless microphones. I've got the 3 GoPros. I've got the drone. I've got the nice pedal drive kayak. But like if I had waited until I had all this stuff now to start my channel, I wouldn't have my partnership with Deeper. I wouldn't have all these memories, these 8 years of videos to look back on, and go and fish and see and whatnot. And, I've got videos on here of my little brothers and stuff that I wouldn't otherwise have. And that's why I like taking out my niece and nephew, and they're getting more, they're getting older, and it's getting to the point now they're a little more into the outdoors. So I'm definitely going to be making more videos with them. But that's, something, again, I'm going to be able to look back on and watch fondly when they're older.
The photo album.
Yeah, exactly.
The video album. Yeah, and plus we get to see our younger selves and still
And cringe.
And I cut that atrocious goatee off. God,
I know.
who let me do that? Dude?
Every
Who
time
let
I
me
see
do
that, I'm like, oh my Lord.
yeah, dude, me too. That was something else. I don't know what I must have been going through some shit. Apparently, shiitake, French for
All right, guys, just want to give you a
dark
little bit of
times
a warning
in a
in
young
this.
man's life. But, yeah, looking back, they really weren't that bad. But yeah, like the sadness video. You know what I call it? Sadness. Dude. That was pain in that voice, dude. And it was just stacked a bunch of things. I was like, yeah, dude, we're gonna go out here and fish, and then I wasn't catching anything.
I love looking back at my first couple videos, because they all start with 904 fishing and then like whatever I was doing. But I'm looking back at them right now, like my thumbnails and whatnot. I remember this kayak that I had, my first ever kayak I got from my mom, and it was a little 6-foot yellow kayak, and she just had an extra kayak, and I brought it home, and I had really no way of transporting it around, so I just drove around with it like in the car, like with the seats folded down and like oh man,
And the Accord.
yeah.
Oh man.
And yeah, like it wasn't great, but looking back on it, like at the time, I was just like, "Oh man, this looks dumb. I feel stupid." But like,
the
look,
will to do it though, dude.
exactly. And looking back at it, I'm so glad I did it. And like, I like this. I remember because I dragged that kayak out to the hidden pond. One of the first videos I did with the deeper
Dude,
sonar. I
there's some
dragged
decent
that.
gators in there too.
There is, yeah, no, there's some good ones in there, man. I'm telling you. And I drug that kayak out into the woods, with my deeper and was paddling around on it. And like even in the thumbnail, my legs are like scrunched up into this little tiny kayak because hey, I was taller than that kayak was long, and I was out in the middle of this pond fishing with my GoPro strapped to my head, and in this little tiny kayak. And I just looking back, I'm thinking, God, what was I thinking? But I love having those videos to look back on, and that's and I still want to do that, which is why we still Nick and I, now that we're older and we have access to a lot more things, and I can decide halfway through my workday, hey, I'm gonna order a camping hammock. And that I'm gonna go use it. Like now that we have access and stuff to it now is awesome that we can just go and do things like that now.
To like compare and contrast right there next to each other, different timelines and all that. Yeah, I agree. It makes it a lot easier. Like being older and being adults. Ugh. But we have bills now and everything. But at least we have the option to be able to, like buy some like cool stuff that we want. That's and it comes in, it could be expensive and be really cool, or it could be like cheap, just something small and still be cool, like still tickle the fancy. So
exactly, and like that the hammock I got, I want to say it was like $25.
Yeah,
$25. And I'm probably gonna use it a couple times and forget about it, quite honestly. No, but it's one of those things like this is cool. Like the fact that I have the accessibility to just decide like, hey, Nick and I found an island on the middle of the intercoastal. We're going to camp on it. I got a hammock for it. Like that's awesome. Like that's so cool. I love that. I love deciding and being able to go out and do stuff like that. And it makes me excited for the future. Like what else can Nick and I get into? Like, camping wise and fishing wise, and like what? It's crazy.
I even talked with Katie about it just to make sure she was okay with it, and she is, because she knows that we'll be safe.
Oh yeah,
but, hey, still
number one priority.
Absolutely,
absolutely.
Need to run that thing by the old fiance. That's always just that's only fair.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Because I know that she's going to be worried, and she said just one night is all that she can do.
Exactly. Yeah. No, totally get that. And honestly, like multiple nights would be cool.
But like
I like a campground.
Camping.
I do not want to sleep on an island in the middle of the intercoastal multiple nights in a row. Like, ugh.
Yeah, because your back's gonna be hurting because of hammock. I'm gonna be on nice ground.
Oh my lord.
Yeah, I'm gonna be sleeping horizontal. You're gonna be.
I've got a video I'm going to send you, Nick, and this is the reason I prefer...
Yeah, but your boy's a side sleeper,
You're supposed to sleep sideways in a hammock.
Well...
That's the whole point.
I didn't know that.
I'm going to send you one. This is... Nick, have you ever seen Fowler's Mischief and Makery?
I have not.
Okay, so this is another kind of bushcraft guy. Super, super good guy. Great content. He was on the Discovery. He actually won the Discovery. I want to say it was season 3 or 4. Discovery's Alone. Have you heard? You've seen that show, right, Nick?
I saw like parts of it. I think by that time that was coming on, I wasn't watching it a whole lot, but I did watch a lot of Survivor Man. And that's what old camping with Steve Wallace gives off, but different.
Oh, dude, you'll definitely like
Steve's
Alone then.
I've heard things about it,
and it's literally it's like 10 or 20 people, I think, that they go drop off on like middle of nowhere British Columbia.
In Alaska, or British Columbia.
Yeah, they do it in the middle of nowhere British Columbia, and they just literally drop them off, and they're just like, here, survive, go. Like, go do it, and whoever survives the longest wins, and you win $500,000. And
I can do it. think I could do it.
Dude, genuinely. Kimbra and I love watching it. My fiance, Kimbra. We've watched it and we love watching it. It's a great show to watch. And genuinely, like I'm sitting there and I'm watching these guys and I'm like, I could do it. And then one of them like boils
Guys, I'm
one.
just kidding.
No, one of them boils a slug and eats it, and I'm like, maybe not.
I mean, I would I would definitely resort to other things. I think before that, I would spend more energy trying to go. I'd be one of the I think in survival if I could, at least from the get go, like
There
use a
was
little expend a little bit more energy to go for the food item, the sustenance that's gonna also produce more energy for you. So
Well, there was one dude. So I want to say we stopped watching sometime in season 2 or 3, but in the first season we watched, the dude that won, dude, he was in it for the long haul. He was like planning. They dropped him off sometime. I want to say in fall or winter or something like that, and he was like planning a spring garden and planning like he was planning to be out there for a long time.
damn.
And when they came and got him, they're just like, hey, they did it as like routine checkup,
You won.
and
I
they're
forgot
like,
about
hey,
you.
how's it done, and da 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 da. And I want to say he won after only like 40 or 45 days.
Dang.
But yeah, they told him like, hey, we're picking you up, you won, and he was just like, what? I
I'm
won?
not ready yet.
Like, are you like, yeah? He was like, what? Are you serious? And they're like, yeah, you won. But I remember in season 2, the lineup, they had all these guys, dude, and they had these women that were, like, oh, I'm a big bushcraft, I'm a survival teacher, I'm this, I'm that, I'm an ex-army, specialist ranger, all these big tough guys, all these big
Yeah.
tough women. And the first night, like 3 of them tapped out.
That's kind of ridiculous for the first night.
Genuinely, like one of the guys who was talking a big game about how he was in Iraq and he did all this stuff and he can survive and he's gonna win and he's gonna do. He was in. It was the very first night and he heard wolves. He either heard like wolves or a bear or something, and he was just like, nope, SOS, come get me, in like the middle of the night, and like shot a flare, and like he was like, nope, I'm done, get me out, and
Don't pick me up. I'm scared.
yeah, basically, like, and I remember watching that, and I was just like, dude, like, come on, like, you knew what you were getting into. Now, to be fair,
Maybe he had something some disadvantage from some previous event that maybe just
just
spooked him a little
yeah,
bit.
got to him. I don't know, but so it's
The three letter acronym. Yeah, I mean, especially if it was in Iraq. I mean, there was some stuff that happened.
it was just the way he was talking and how much he was hyping himself up, and then he was like, all right, it's nighttime, I'm gonna try to get to some sleep, and it wasn't, you can tell it wasn't even that much longer, like in the editing. It was probably like an hour after he said that. He was just like, nope, SOS, get me out, because they give you like a little beacon and whatnot. He was just like, nope, get me out. Oh my, the things that happen in that show. Like one lady was trying to chop wood or kindling because she had a hatchet with her, and she was holding the wood like at the top of it, and had
What?
the axe, and was trying to like start the kindling so that she could like hit it harder. But she's like she's like starting to
locked
like
her hand.
she's like tapping it, and I'm watching and I'm cringing and I'm like, don't do that, this is so dumb, please don't do this. And she got her thumb good. Oh man, she got it real good, and she had to be taken out. But yeah, it was not great.
Yeah, I mean, it's simple stuff that gets overlooked, I think, by some hardcore people like that are super about it. But I think the problem lies where how big is your ego in that subject and that matter? Like,
Yeah.
are you gonna forget the little small important things, or are you gonna remember all of them?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, you never want to cut yourself in a survival situation. I actually Just heard of some crazy something that happened today over at my dad's.
I'm opening a can of olives right now.
Let's
There
see
you
it.
go,
Can
babe.
you do it?
Yeah, I did it.
There he goes.
You got it? All right. Love you.
What a guy. What a guy. Subscribe. He
So,
opens
yep.
jars for his woman.
Subscribe for
So,
wholesome content.
yeah, right. So, but anyway, he had my pops. He had a tree company come over to cut down like a pretty medium sized tree. It wasn't anything crazy. It's like sweet cherry, so the
Mm-hmm.
wood sucks for burning and all that. Super tight grain, very hard wood. But so I guess this guy was just a little overconfidently just holding this, not like one of the big chainsaws, but pretty standard chainsaw, and he was just cutting the like pruning the down or like the cut down tree, just pruning the branches on the sides
Mm-hmm.
one handed.
Oof.
Yeah, so and,
Oof.
I guess what happened is the chainsaw kicked back and cut him across his thigh
Mm.
while the one handed on the throttle. So down to the fat. So
Oh, yeah.
probably, and then it looked decent at first. Like, yeah, that's not great
Yeah, it's not
EMS
great.
get
Yeah.
here right now. And then I guess the wound channel kind of opened up a little bit. Like my dad said, like 3 inches, but he didn't want to look too much. But basically, bad enough that he needed a tourniquet, and
Oh, yeah.
he
Like, you
didn't.
get,
He
yeah,
did
there's a
not
lot
hit an
of,
artery.
oh,
He did not hit an
I was
artery.
about to say, there's a lot that goes through your legs there.
Yeah, it's like the worst. So
Yeah,
and
not
then
great. Not great.
so he got the tree cut down, but then that happened. Um, Glad it wasn't him, like my dad or anything, because that's what I was worried about. But
Yeah. Don't, yeah.
yeah, that was some wild news to 'cause I called him because his text was like a little vague. It was like
They
there was
always
an
are.
accident,
They
not
always are.
me, and I was like, what does that mean?
What does it
So
mean?
yeah, and then yeah, so that was a little wild ride for him today.
It's
But
all.
I guess the
That's
guy's
always.
okay.
My mom always does stuff like that. Like she'll just text me and like she starts stories like that. Like something
Mhm.
happened. I'm fine. I'm like, what? Ha! Oh no!
Yeah. Here, look, let me read. I'll read you what he said, so that way it's word for word. All right. So he was sending pictures of it and everything, and I was like, okay, cool. You had someone come out. He said, yeah, and all that. Still had a pile to go. Difficult, whatever, to pull a tarp by the corner. So we made a little invention for it to pull the tarp with the branches on it a lot easier. But then he said, he just took his time and rested when he needed to. Had a wonderful day. There was an accident. I will call you and tell you about it later on. And then period. Wasn't me! Exclamation mark. Then I said an accident. He's just yeah. Call me when you get home and I'll tell you about it. And I was like, all right.
Okay.
And I was like, what is it? The accident? But then not me, like, or wasn't me. Like, did you cause it? And
Yeah.
you're like,
Right.
oh, it wasn't me, or like what? And then yeah, he was telling me that, and I was just like, holy crap, just
Yeah. Chainsaws and stuff
I,
like that. I see so many videos about stuff like that, and I like people
yeah,
like
it happened to my buddy David.
watching like people use chainsaws always just makes me cringe because very little people know how to actually use and properly handle a
Yeah,
chainsaw.
just don't do it one-handed. Like, don't do
Pretty
that. Don't
straightforward.
do it one-handed. Just use that little carry handle it's got. That's kind of where you carry it, so you stabilize it because that kind of stuff happens. Yeah, dude. I mean, my buddy David cut his finger real bad, and it's kind of messing with him for golf, even though he still swings and golfs like a champ. Um, he just has like a little bit of grip issues, but he's still working on it. It was fairly recent, so he's doing physical therapy and all that. But yeah, no, dude, it can happen. It can happen super easily, and those chains are sharp, and they don't give a.
Darn.
So I mean, I can just mute the mic if I'm going to say something
Hey, there you go.
fucking crazy. But yeah.
Yeah, it's nothing to mess around with.
Yeah, so and that goes right into fishing too. I mean, don't be cutting don't be trying to fillet anything or use your knife on something you don't want to cut if you happen to, you're just being a little hard pressure on it and go through. It's easy to do that.
Don't
And
force
then
a
you don't
knife
want,
because it's a good way to force it
yeah,
right into a part of your body you don't want a knife.
and a dull knife is more dangerous than a sharp knife.
Very accurate. Very
Knife.
accurate. But I think I feel like we covered. Oh, I was gonna tell you guys. Okay, so sorry, I'm trying to think if we covered everything because we're obviously have been
I
getting
got
off
an
on several
idea.
tangents. What?
Maybe read off 5 more questions.
Oh, five
We
more.
could
Oh,
just
from
answer them.
from last week.
Yeah, might as well. We were talking about we would answer a few more of them since
We
we didn't
we
get to all of them.
we did say that, didn't we? Hang on.
Mm-hmm. Got to put on for
Um.
our people,
Hey, there you go.
making
I
promises.
yeah. So one of the things I told you guys at the beginning, I was gonna tell you guys, and we kind of already mentioned it, but I definitely want to tell you guys more about it. Kent Survival.
Sleeping in a hammock and
All right,
using
calm down. Kent Survival. That's one of the stealth camping kind of bushcraft channels that I watch. Steve Wallace is another one. Nick, you got
My
any other?
favorite.
Yeah, Steve Wallace is a banger.
I'm trying to think of some offhand. There's this
Welcome
one
back,
dude up
Survivalist.
in somewhere up there near Canada, either in Canada or on the border near it. But he just goes out, dude. He'll go out with like like a cotton or no, like a wool sack, and like old school style, and he'll bring like homemade crackers that he's made just for salt and carbs, and he's done it in the snow a lot. I don't remember what his
Oh,
channel name is, but
the
it's like
Outdoor
Kyle's
Boys.
Bushcraft or something. No, it's like something Bushcraft.
Oh no.
And
I was saying that because you made me think of
oh yeah, yeah. But it's super cool. He'll
Outdoor
bring like
Boys.
homemade beef jerky or like smoked salmon out there, like dehydrated stuff like that. So that way he has some food, but then he does some other stuff to get food, and he's just making either just walking through the woods and finding like the underneath of a tree, like where the what would you call that? Like where the hole underneath the tree roots would be and all that. Nice little
Oh, like
dugout.
the yeah. I think that
I feel there's a certain word for that.
I thought it was maybe is it not dugout?
We're gonna call it a dugout. But
So I
underneath the
think
tree where it fell over on its side and uprooted, or he'll make his own like bushcraft little shelters with sticks and using vines or paracord or whatever kind of supplies that he brought. But he keeps it pretty simple. And there was another one, dude. This was my favorite one. Oh no, dude! Corporal's Corner. Corporal's Corner does
that's
great.
what it is. Corporal's Corner.
Yes,
Yes,
I love
I
that
have
dude.
seen that guy, and yes, he does have a ton of really good videos. I
Dude,
love
and
that
he
dude.
and he builds perfect bunkers. Like, you know how bad I want to do that? I have a saw that could do that. But I don't know where we could just cut stuff down to, I wouldn't want to cut down fresh trees and stuff to be building that. But
Well,
yeah,
dude,
Corporal's
we
Corner.
could build like a little cabin or something. Like, we just need land to do it.
Yeah. Yeah. Honestly, it would be really cool to build like a oh dude, tell me how sick it would be to do like a we mix so we do like a frame, right? Do like a frame with lashings and branches and stuff, like
Right.
good strong wood that's still pretty fresh. But then imagine, how cool it'd be if we did like a coquina shell around it
Oh, like a
with
Florida
like
kind of deal.
mud. Yeah, like with mud and like all those
That'd be sick.
oysters. You know how sick that would be? Ah, yeah, that'd be pretty freaking cool. Yeah, I mean, I don't know, just stuff like that, dude. I'll be watching it, and that's. But then there's another one too. Forgot the channel name, but he had this dog. It's like the Lassie dog. I forget what kind of dog breed that is, with the really long pointed nose.
Oh yeah.
Basset Hound?
No, what?
No, I don't know. But anyway, yeah, that he was in the snow somewhere up north. Um, I think maybe probably near Canada again, because they were getting like a lot of snow. But yeah, he's just making like a snow shelter, like an igloo and everything, and he's just dude out there doing setting the camera up. Is very Survivor Man esque, and just camping out there with his dog. He'd be feeding his dog what he was eating too, so that way the dog was eating good. And dogs all having the zooms in the snow. Oh, dude, those are some of the most just relaxing videos.
Gotta love it.
And it's the good ones when the videos are like an hour long.
Oh yeah, oh yeah. When I love when I see those survival channels and the videos like an hour and 20 minutes, and I'm just like, nice,
Yeah, perfect.
nice. This is gonna be a good one. This is gonna set the tone.
Yeah, I'm gonna sit here this whole time just
Chill.
absolutely content, just living in it.
But
Yeah, man. Yeah, I'm ready to do some camping, just some
yeah,
good
man,
outdoors stuff. It's been a while.
absolutely.
It's good to stay fresh with that kind of thing. I
Oh
mean,
yeah,
you never
definitely,
know when you might
definitely,
need to use it, and it's fun.
absolutely. Here I got a couple questions for us. If we want to end on a couple of them before we
Yeah,
sign
let's
off.
do three questions, I think. I think
Yeah, yeah,
three
yeah.
is pretty fair.
Yeah, let's do three. Sounds good. All right, first one we got here. Do you prefer fishing alone or with others, and how does the experience change one way or the other?
I'm definitely gonna say with others because I'm not
Definitely.
gonna
Yep.
kayak fish by myself. So that
100% I
takes
agree.
away
100%.
like completely the other half of like of that the whole area. So it's fun to go out by yourself though. That it just depends. If you're gonna go just surf fish or just shore fish different places by yourself just to unwind and release, yeah,
Yeah.
you need to do that every now and then. But it's just not as fun because if you catch something cool, you want your bud to be there to see it too, and vice
Yep.
versa. And
Yep.
you can go out and do kayak fishing,
I
and it's
definitely
just
I
more
definitely
fun.
agree with all that. Fishing and it's kind of like I'm trying to think of like what I could liken it to. It's kind of like going out and shooting pool or playing golf, Like yeah, you can go out and do
Golfing
it.
by yourself is okay by
Yeah, exactly.
yourself. It
Yeah,
can be a good time,
you
but
you can golf by yourself, you can shoot pool by yourself, you can fish by yourself, but every now and again, and even most of the time, I would say, it's fun to
hmm
have somebody out there with you. You know, shooting around a golf is always fun. With your buddy or playing pool or fishing or whatnot. I definitely prefer going out. With my buddies, with Nick, with Dallas, my niece, nephew, brother, stuff like that. I definitely prefer going out with people. I think it makes it a lot more enjoyable. And, like Nick was saying, when something crazy happens and,
hmm
you get to experience that with somebody else, it's definitely more enjoyable and more memorable, in my opinion.
and you got your friend that you go with or buddies that you go with to bring more gear and stuff like that. And plus,
Exactly.
and if you bring your ladies out there or your men, whatever the case is, then that way you can make it more of a family oriented thing or
Yep.
a better relationship, and just have good conversation and just a good time with it too. So I think we
Definitely,
yeah we
definitely
both
agree.
got the same answer on that one.
Definitely agree with that. Pretty good one, I think. I
hmm
actually I really like this question. What do you do with your catch? Do you catch and release, keep it, or give it away?
Do you want to go first or me?
Yeah, yeah, I'll go first. So a lot of the times I do harvest the fish that I catch, and that's because most of the time when I go out fishing, I'm not just fishing for enjoyment. I'm not just fishing for the sport of it. I am fishing to harvest. And as long as I'm within my legal limits and I'm within my quota and whatnot, I definitely prefer keeping them because I love eating fish. I love cooking with fish, and I love doing stuff with fish. So I definitely prefer to harvest the fish that I catch, and I don't give fish away as much. I have in the past.
Giving bait
Um,
away,
what's that?
giving like bait away, but
Yeah, yeah, and like that's if someone because I've have like the owner of the tattoo shop that I go to or that I went to last time. He saw my post on Instagram and was like, "Hey, like I love fresh fish." So I was like, "Yeah, like next time I go out, I'll catch you some fresh fish and bring it to you." Like I don't mind, like stuff like that I'll do. But yeah, nine times out of 10, if I catch a fish and I don't have a freezer full of fish like I do right now, then yeah, I'm gonna keep it and I'm gonna eat it.
yeah, I'm same way. I like to, if it's worth keeping for sure. Just depends on what it is really. But if I've been catching a whole bunch of them and The haul's good. Yeah, like if I caught like a bunch of whiting that were good size, if I got like 3 keeper whiting, yeah, for sure. Hell, even keeper whiting. But I guess if the situation or scenario arises that I see somebody, maybe somebody's homeless or just something, or maybe honestly, maybe even like a tourist, they've never been to like the beach or something, and they're like, yeah, we've been trying to find like a restaurant, if it arises like that, and I'm like, here, do you want this? Like, I'll fillet it for you and everything, I'll cook it, or something along the lines of that. I mean, I would do that, but yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I'll release too, though. I release the ones that I can't keep, and then sometimes if the red or if it's just a nice fish, and I'm like, I want to let this one go back and live to see another day. I'll do that too. It just depends on what the mood is really and what the agenda is. But what was the third one? Oh no, it was giveaway,
It was
release,
it
and
was
then
catch and release,
yeah,
cook or giveaway. So
I
catch and
answered
release,
all
keep or give it.
those.
Yeah, yeah.
It's a good one. Let's do 4 questions so that way we have two apiece because I answered first on the first one, you answer on the second one, I'll answer on the third, you answer on the
Okay.
fourth.
Yeah, there you go. Keep it even. I like it.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. So this one's pretty good. Um, uh, this one is titled "Fishing Fails." So every angler has their moment. Can you share a humorous or educational fishing fail and what you learned from it?
Um, I got a lot of them really. That's, I mean, I think we both do.
Oh yeah.
Um, So I would say me not catching anything this past time, that was a fail, but I think it happened to a good bit of people. So I'm not gonna add that one to there. I'm gonna say I'm gonna say I was using dude, there's so many. Like if I really sit these are what kind of keeps me up at night sometimes too, that'll just flash into my mind before I before I go to sleep. But I'd say, at times whenever I'd be super excited to get out there and fish, and let's say there's like a bridge overhead or something, or there's something that I could accidentally hit whenever I cast. It was a few months ago. It was me and Dallas. No, it wasn't. Yeah, it was. It was me and Dallas. We were out there in Heckscher at that spot where me and you were when we were surf fishing Little Talbot Island.
Yep.
So we were to the left of that bridge where I caught that sand trout.
Yep.
So
Okay.
we were to the left. I had the 8 foot rod and Carolina rig set up, and I had the cast net, and I threw the cast net. I had a bunch of finger mullet, so I was super excited to hook one on there and cast it. And like immediate, dude, first cast hit the gate that's hanging off the side of the bridge where you can't walk past it. They have it closed.
I remember you
So
saying that.
first,
Yeah.
yeah, so first cast just straight to it, and then I had to retie everything. I tried to get it off, and it was just, dude, it was so tangled. It was so
When
bad. And I
having
was
it. Yeah.
just yeah, and I mean that happens. That happens to everybody at some
Hey, I'll have
point.
that on these big jobs.
Yeah, you will. I would definitely say there's. I don't know, man. There's a few. I don't know if that one. That is a fish and fail, but just not setting the hook right because you didn't reel in all the slack, and you're just like super excited and panicked, or you didn't have a strong enough leader on. Like when I've hooked up with tarpon from the beach on Volano, and I was running like 40-pound leader, and I found out that 40-pound leader is not enough. The braid's
Not for
fine.
tarpon. Not for tarpon.
Yeah, you need 80-pound
Oh yeah.
leader,
Hundred
or
percent.
at least 60. But yeah, I mean, just sometimes comes down to, or we're using a rusty hook. I found that out. I hooked up with something,
Yeah.
and
Too lazy to
I
retie. Yeah.
yeah, and I saw where the hook broke off, and I was like, oh my god. I hooked up and I had it hooked, and then it just straight up broke the hook where it was a little bit of surface rust, and I didn't think it was that bad. But yeah, that sums that up for me. What's yours?
I've got one. Thinking about
One
it.
that really stands out.
Oh yeah, trust me. I've got one that stands out quite a bit. I still have the scar from it. And it's something that I still am mindful to this day. I have a very small scar on my forearm from this, but I was
Oh
not
yeah.
paying attention and keeping track of where my lure was when I was bass fishing,
Oh, little
and
treble hook.
yeah, I had a treble hook, and I went to
You
go
old Trebski.
whip it around, and I had too much slack in my line, and I wasn't paying attention
Ah,
where my bait was, and I hooked myself in the arm, past the barb, and that taught me one, keep track of where your hooks are and make sure you're mindful of what's going on, and two, what to do when you hook yourself past the barb with a fishing hook.
what do you
Uh,
think? What do you think? Treble hooks, do they hurt? Do they hurt more going in or coming out?
um, Mine definitely hurt more going back out the second time. Because I hooked myself and I didn't really feel it when I hooked myself, but I definitely felt it when I had to push it through and cut off the barb and then pull it out.
Mm,
Definitely felt that one. Um,
mm, a good one.
yeah, that was a lot of fun. Yeah, I've still got the two scars actually because I had a piercing there for a little while, but yeah, two scars from the in and out of the hook. So that was definitely a lot of fun. Love that. That was great.
I got another good one for you. Whenever one of the times that we were surf fishing and like you had this nice rig tied up and then you went to cast and you had your bail closed. So then you just like whipped the line and it just sent everything out there and you came up retied. And then you did the same thing except the bail was open, but you just like whipped the line. You just whipped the line.
I think if I remember it, like the second time it wrapped around the tip of the eye,
Oh yeah, that's right.
but like it both resulted in me losing copious amounts of tackle in a very short amount of time, and I was ready to
Two
pack it up.
Sputniks. Oh
Oh,
man. Yeah, I've
I
done that
hate
before.
I hate launching rigs into the sunset because I'm not just watching a rig fly off into the sunset. I'm watching the $20 of
About eight
tackle.
bucks. Yeah,
Yeah,
$9,
freaking well the
$10.
cost of Sputniks these days, and the hooks and the
True.
weights and the leaders, and then it adds up quick, man.
Yeah, it does.
It's like when I take my little brothers and my niece and nephews out, they break off gear, and I'm just like, that's fine. Don't even worry about it. It's fine.
Yeah, it's fine, dude. I
You'll
don't
pay me
want you to
back when
pay
you're
me
old and rich.
back. Yeah, right.
But
I'm gonna wait till you get your first job and be like, hey, remember those rigs that you lost? Well, they were about
I'm
this
gonna
much a piece. So
I'm
your
gonna
total.
I'm gonna pull out a checklist like so.
Just
On,
go ahead and give me your just go ahead and give me your paycheck.
yeah, right. No, but yeah, definitely remember that one. I have a good last question. That definitely. It'll definitely pertain to me. I don't know how as much as it will to you, but I'm curious to see what your answer
Yeah,
will be
we'll
for it.
find out.
So, and this is relevant because I'm wearing a deeper hat. But in what ways has technology influenced or changed your fishing experience? So I'll answer this one first because I'm
Yep,
wearing a
it's your
deeper
turn.
hat, and I am partnered with Deeper, and I went to ICAST 2023. They invited me out, and that was a lot of fun. Um, and for those of you guys that don't know, Deeper Smart Sonar is the world's first castable sonar, and I've been using them for 8 years now. I mean, you can go back on my channel. I've got videos with them. It was one of my first
Yeah.
10 videos, I think, was with the Deeper Sonar, and that was even before I was partnered with them. But yeah, having a portable sonar definitely changed the way I fish, and even fishing apps that they have
Ah, good
that
answer.
that are out there. Fishing apps have changed definitely. How I fish. Nick and I we check. There's one app that we use, Nautide, Nautide. We check,
AKA tides for fishing.
tides for fishing. Yep. Yeah. And, we check that for tides, weather, wind, all kinds of stuff. So it definitely influences how I fish and when we fish, especially in the saltwater. So that's how technology has affected how I fish.
Yeah, I remember whenever Alex I remember he first had a deeper, and I was like, "What is that? Is that a magic 8 ball that's going to tell you where the fish are?" Yeah, it actually is. Yeah, I remember he first used that. He was showing me at that hidden pond, and I was like mind blown. I was like, "What?" I was like, "You have a sonar or like a
Yeah.
a sonar slash fish finder that you can just cast out there real quick?" and you can see like their structure and where even fish are. Yeah, dude, I was mind blown by that. And then also too with the benefit of phones and being able to pull up like fishing apps, and that's Tides 4, like the letter or the number 4
Yep.
fishing.com is the web-based version. But yeah, it's super crucial for being able to know what the tides are and be able to plan out, and it even tell you if the fishing's good with little icons of fish during the different tidal changes and all that, and then being able to see the weather on the weather apps, make sure it's good. But one here that Alex didn't mention that I thought about, which is nice, I can have one that wasn't said yet. Say we're going surf fishing, right? Like you can just go on YouTube and pull up like Volano Beach surf cam
Ooh,
or
yeah.
something like that, and then you can just look at it on your phone before you even go and
Yep.
see if it's like choppy or how the waves are. I mean, shoot, dude, I've done that for surfing. I've done that for surf fishing. So, I've done it even just to look and see if there was a storm off the coast. And, it's a little grainy with the footage,
Yeah,
but
it's not super, super high quality stuff, but
and even during hurricanes too to see what it looks like. But yeah, for fishing, oh yeah, I'd be like, oh dude, it looks nice out there. Yeah, dude, let's go. As like a last minute checking it just to see how it is before. So technology definitely has benefited, and also to find out what the legal size is and bag limit and all that, and to find different, like, what species did I catch. They got stuff you can take a picture and figure out what it is, or you can post in a Facebook group before googling it and then look like a silly goose. But yeah, yeah, technology definitely I think benefits fishing a lot.
well, that's like Nick was saying. I'm literally able to pull it up right here. Like that is the Jacksonville beach right there.
Yep, and you can see it at night
And
too. They
yeah,
got
and
good
it's
night
got
vision
night
on
vision and whatnot, and you can see the waves. And
it.
Nick and I have done that before. Where we're like, hey, maybe we should go surf fishing today, and one of us will check the beach cams, and there'll be
Hmm.
5 foot breakers and ungodly wind going on. There's no one on the beach. It's ridiculous conditions, and we're just like, maybe not.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
pretty
maybe not.
much.
Yeah, that's a
Yeah,
good
and
one though.
those.
Definitely. Yeah, those live cams are crucial.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and sometimes I'll pull it up just for the sound because it's calming,
Very true. Very true.
and it's a local beach, so I'm like, I know that place, I know that sound, I've been there.
Absolutely.
Damn, yeah, I'm ready to go surf fish again soon too.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
whether
I don't
the
think
time of the
honestly,
year,
I
yeah.
don't I don't think the water's that cold for at least like having your feet in.
Oh no, it should be warming up. I think we're getting
Yeah,
there.
I think on a day like today, oh, that'd be fine. It'd feel like
Mint.
spring water.
Oh yeah, no, it'd feel great. I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, because the water in the intercoastal have been feeling pretty nice.
Saucy, yeah.
So
But
I know it's colder in the ocean.
man, it's close enough.
Yeah,
I reckon we're gonna wrap it up there. You got anything else to add, Nick?
I think we're good. Just stay on the lookout for the next videos upcoming, and
They're gonna be good. They're gonna be saucy.
yeah, and throw some comments down there, ask some more questions. Y'all can ask camping questions and stuff too. We'll be sure to answer them.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, just keep on the lookout. Stick around.
Stay tuned.
Yeah.
Alrighty, guys. Well, until next time, keep your lines tight, your casts long, and your stories true. We'll see you.
All right, y'all enjoy the rest of your week. Let's push through to the weekend. Get out there and go fish.
There you go.